Alright, Treagles, what's happening? So with less than a week to go until the 2018-19 season kicks off, let's have a roundup of the ins and outs that's been going on at Barnet. So with that all being said, that's enough of chatting bollocks, let's get into the football news. We'll start with the outs. First up, we'll start with goalkeeper Jamie Stevens. Now, I'm absolutely gutted to see this man leave. I understand the reasons why he was told to leave. Very unlucky with injury. The guy wore his heart on his sleeve and he tried his absolute best for Barnet. If he can stay fit, any club would be lucky to have this man in between the sticks. He also won Members Player of the Season and Players Player of the Season, so hopefully he can get himself fit and get himself a club very, very soon. Jamie made 65 appearances as a Barnet player. Next up is another goalkeeper, and it's Craig Ross. Now, Craig was only with us for one season, and I said that he was possibly as signing of the season. Another very good goalkeeper, a really good shot stopper. If he can keep himself fit and come off his goal line once in a while, I'm sure he'll find a club very, very soon. Craig made 33 appearances for Barnet last season and is currently on trial with Boreham Wood. Another goalkeeper now, George Legg, who returned back to Reading after joining Barnet in the January transfer window on loan. He made 3 appearances. Centre half, Tin Plavetic returned back to Bristol City after joining Barnet in January on loan. He made 1 sub appearance and was an absolute joke of a signing during the January transfer window. Thank you, Agent Wesley. Appreciate all the hard work you put in for us. Hope you're doing well, wanker. Another centre half, Tom Day. He made 1 appearance for Barnet and the young man has been told to move on. A lot of potential with this kid. If he works hard, I'm sure he'll find himself another club. Up next, my mate, possibly one of the worst footballers I've ever witnessed in my life, if you can call him that, to ever kick a ball for a living. Left back, Andre Blackman. I don't know who signed him. If it was Rossi, I don't know what you or whoever saw in him, but thankfully he moves on after making 21 appearances for Barnet. How the fuck did that happen? And he scored 1 goal as well. Whoever signs him, fuck your luck. Centre half, Charlie Clough. Moves from North London to South London, joining Sutton United. Clough played 59 times for Barnet, scoring 1 goal. Played out of position quite a lot. It's pretty much a love-hate relationship between me and him. He loves me and I fucking hated him playing for Barnet. Right back, Richard Brindley asked to move on and was released from his contract early. He suffered an injury in pre-season that was misdiagnosed and forced him out for most of the season. A very good player. I'm sure he won't have a problem finding another team soon. Just a shame that we didn't have him fit from the start of the season. He made 18 appearances and scoring 1 goal on his birthday. Midfielder, Toby Coker, moved on to AFC Hornchurch. Toby didn't make a single appearance for the Barnet first team, so I can't tell you if he's any good or not. Moving on. Shane Koja-Carell. Now this lad had loads of potential when we saw him. Bear in mind it was under the banter era, the Kevin Nugent time, but this kid was a bit of a breath of fresh air when we was going through that run. Unfortunately, he broke his arm and he never really got a look in after that. Shane only made 3 appearances, but he looked lively when he played. Next up, another midfielder, Ruben Bother. Now, if there's ever an anti-climax, it's this man as a footballer. Hyped up to be something special, but failed miserably. Some people say that he wasn't given enough time to settle in, where others say 27 appearances was plenty of time to show what you can do, and you didn't. Up next is another midfielder slash forward, Jordan Nicholson, who has joined Barnet FC. Another flop in the January transfer window. A gust of wind was enough to see this man fall on the floor, making 8 appearances and getting no goals. You've got to thank that masterclass of Agent Wesley yet again for bringing in another player who was shit. Justin Amaluza, aka Jigsaw, the man we was told would score 25 goals a season, only managed to get 1 goal in 28 appearances. And that was our chairman who said that he would score all them goals. But then I guess it's not his fault if the player falls apart in the box. Jean-Louis Akpar-Akpro. You may as well call this man Mr. Relegation. He's been relegated now with 4 different teams. So maybe teams will think twice before they offer this geezer a contract. He leaves us after scoring 5 goals in 57 appearances. Now this is where it gets a bit confusing. Michael Nelson, Alex Nichols, Curtis Weston was all offered new deals at Barnet. Akpar was apparently offered a new deal but ended up getting released anyway, so that don't really matter. So Nels moved up to Chesterfield after making 104 appearances, scoring twice as captain for Barnet, but came out with he wasn't offered a contract. But then the club came out with this. So someone's lying. So next up is Curtis Weston, who followed Nels up the M1 to Chesterfield. Curtis made 288 appearances for Barnet, scoring 25 times in his 6-year stay with the club. Nichols moved on to So Solid Crew Alexander after scoring 11 in 47 appearances. He turned up when we needed it. He was a big game player. It's just a shame that he wasn't given a fair chance at the beginning of the season. Who knows what would have happened? Maybe his goals would have been enough to keep us up after Akindi was told that he won't be making the start of the season due to an injury. John Akindi was made available for transfer and the Imps came calling, and John moved up north to join with Lincoln City, making 177 appearances and scoring 90 times in the Barnet top. John will go down as a Barnet legend. Thank you for everything you've done. So that's it for all of the outs at the moment with Barnet.
Hang on, Matt, aren't you missing someone?
Nope, didn't happen. Nah, it's just a bad dream, didn't really happen. Nope, didn't happen.
I think you'll find it is. Come on, Matt. Be brave. You can do this. We're all here for you, mate.
All right, ma'am, fine. But all of you have been waiting for this one more than anything, ain't ya? So Ryan Watson moved on.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life, I just wanna scream.
Ryan has now moved on from this relationship to MK Dons. He made 52 appearances in the black and amber, scoring twice. He will be missed. So that's all the departures of the players at the moment. As you know, Martin Allen left us at the end of the season to go join Chesterfield. James Thorne has left the building as well. Thank God. And Rossi has now moved on as well. I would just like to thank every single one of you for everything that you've done for Barnet Football Club. Yes, even you, Andre. Actually, no, I really don't. So, do you want to hear about some new signings at Barnet? You do? Well, there ain't none. It's Barnet. Ah, I'm joking. So with us losing Martin Allen, we needed to appoint a new manager, and we appointed John Steele. John joins us for the third time in his career. He wasn't my first choice, but he is a proper manager. I won't lie, I wanted Daryl McMahon from Ebbsfleet United. I think he's a very young, talented manager, and he's got a fantastic future ahead of him. But John knows this league. He's won it 3 times with 3 different teams as well. He's the only manager to ever do that. So obviously, with a manager coming in, they need an assistant manager, don't they? Darren Curry joins. One of my all-time favourite Barnet players, next to Ryan Watson, of course. This man was an absolute joy to watch when he played for us. He made 141 appearances, scoring 22 times. So John and Darren both join us from Dagenham and Redbridge. Also joining us from Dagenham and Redbridge is Mark Cousins, where he made 121 appearances, keeping 31 clean sheets between 2014 and 18. Mark won Player of the Season last year with Dagenham and Redbridge. He has some big gloves to fill. You see what I did there, gloves? Because he's a keeper and we've let to go. Never mind. So let's just hope that he can kick and he comes off his goal line. Next up, Craig Robson, who joins from Dagenham and Redbridge. Craig was Dagenham and Redbridge's captain last season. He made 75 appearances, scoring 4 times, and has 5 assists to his name. Craig can play either centre-half or centre-mid. Next up is Callum Reynolds, who joins from, no, not Dagenham and Redbridge, Aldershot Town, where he was their captain last season. He made 87 appearances, scoring twice, and has 3 assists to his name. And just like Robson, can play either centre-back or centre-mid. Shay Alexander, a right back, joins from Aldershot Town, where he made 140 appearances, scoring 5 times and got himself 10 assists. Jack Barham, a forward, who joins from Greenwich Borough, where he scored 37 goals and 10 assists in 1 season. We ain't signed a player from Dagenham and Redbridge for a little while, so let's have another one, shall we? Charlie Adams, who's a centre mid, joins from Dagenham and Redbridge. Charlie made 21 appearances, scoring once and got himself 2 assists. Another one from Dagenham and Redbridge, Dan Sparks, a left-sided midfielder, very good with a dead ball. Let's hope he ain't a dead player. Dan made 25 appearances, scoring 4 times, getting 3 assists for Dagenham and Redbridge last season. And just like buses, they come in free. Another signing for Dagenham and Redbridge, Andre Boucard. Andre can play centre mid. He made 151 appearances, scoring 1 goal and 8 assists between 2014 and 18. Josh Walker, a 20-year-old who can play either on the wing or up front, joins from Hendon. He scored 17 times in 42. Mehdi Alito joins from Cambridge United. The right-sided winger made 66 appearances for the U's, grabbing himself 11 goals and 4 assists. And Byron Harrison makes signing number 11. Byron joins from Barrow, but was on loan to Sutton United last season, where he played 14 times and scored 4 goals. At Barrow, he played 60 times, scoring 30 goals, and grabbed himself 5 assists. So that's all our signings at the moment. The first thing that John has done since coming in, which I thought was a good thing, was sorting out that goalkeeper situation and the defence. I said last season, if we don't get that sorted out fast, we are going to sink like a stone. He's brought in 11 new players. Let's hope we can gel together. I'm sure there's still going to be a few more coming in and going out. There's no transfer window in the non-league. So until Saturday, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments below and follow me on Twitter. It's in the description. Make sure you share this video. I'll see you later.